I'm going to teach you how to use Juri's Feng Shui Engine in Street Fighter 6. I believe Juri's Feng Shui Engine is the hardest level 2 to learn in the game. It's also my view that a Juri using only level 1 and level 3 will have a cap on how far they can go. Every tier list that I've done, this is what I've said. Her Feng Shui Engine is untapped. There's so much cheap stuff under Feng Shui Engine that still is undiscovered. She still has room to grow. A common question that I get asked is, when do I start learning Feng Shui Engine? And the answer is usually around Diamond to Master. I don't think it's a bad idea to start getting used to it on the low. If you're Silver or Gold, you might not have the character control to get the most out of Feng Shui Engine. I'm going to explain how this level 2 works. I'm going to give you a few combo shells to work with and how they fit into her game plan. And lastly, giving you some mix-up that you can use to secure wins. Feng Shui Engine for the last 13 years has been the thing I love most about Juri. Let me teach you to love it as much as I do. Trust me, this is a video that you do not want to skip, because I disagree with a lot of Juri players. They think that Feng Shui Engine is not worth it and too hard to learn, because what they fail to understand is Feng Shui Engine is Juri. Let's first explain what Feng Shui Engine does. Feng Shui Engine uses 2 super art bars, and while under Feng Shui Engine, you cannot earn any super art meter. Your super art meter will now become a timer and slowly depletes over time. However, anytime that you hit your opponent, there's a slight pause on the timer. This is true on block or hit. As long as you connect with your opponent, your super art timer will deplete slower. For the sake of this tutorial, the timer will be put on infinite. And if you want to learn how to turn that on, hit start, go to character specific settings, go to Juri, and then turn Feng Shui Engine on infinite. While under Feng Shui Engine, all of her normals become cancelable. They're cancelable to other normals. They're cancelable to all special attacks, even moves that aren't cancelable outside of Feng Shui Engine, like hard kick, her sweep, or even her overhead. People will try and drive impact you during your pressure, but having every move be cancelable to drive impact will keep you safe. Her overhead is cancelable, but it must be inside of a chain. If you try to cancel the overhead outside of a chain, you will not get the cancel. This also means these moves can be drive rushed. This also means that these moves are also now super cancelable. Having this kind of freedom means that you get to keep yourself safe and always keep your opponent guessing what your next move is. Upon activating Feng Shui Engine, if you hold down a punch button, she does a little dash. This dash also counts as part of the chain, and I can chain out of it. When using super attacks, you do damage to the opponent's health bar as well as their drive gauge. The same is also true for Juri's Feng Shui Engine, as it takes 1 bar off the opponent. Now, you're able to chain all of her normals together. However, if you hit a heavy attack, it causes a launch. This is the same for hard kick, hard punch, crouching hard punch, forward hard punch, and back hard kick. Her sweep will also, on a juggle, cause a launch. Her back hard kick launches on the first hit, but it's much harder to launch after the second hit. But there are some situations that you can launch after the second hit, mostly in the corner. Her crouching hard punch is very important in Feng Shui Engine because it causes a launcher, but it's also on hit jump cancelable, meaning you could chain into it and then combo afterwards. Like her ground normals in the air, she can also chain her air normals. And also, like her ground normals, her air normals are special cancelable as well. Here's a character that has full access of her drive system, still has access to her Fuha system, and can cancel her normals and her air normals into special moves. Because of this, it's very hard to track Juri, and the user has a lot of creative ways to open up your opponent. It is up to your opponent to act because, as they are blocking all of these normals, they are taking small chip off their drive gauge. If they try to drive impact through your pressure, they run the risk of getting drive impacted back. Drive impact can only absorb 3 hits, and Juri's attacks are so fast, she'll just break through. If they try to read a drive parry, they open themselves up for a throw. Drive reversal is very strong against Feng Shui Engine. If we read the drive reversal, we can counteract after we block their drive reversal. There are gaps in Feng Shui Engine that they can reversal through, but if they read it wrong, they also open themselves up for counterattack. So now that we know why it works, let's find out how we can use it. And if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. When you chain moves in Feng Shui Engine, you can only go up in strength. You cannot chain light to medium and then go back to light. You can go light punch to light kick, you can go light kick to light punch, but you can't go hard punch to light punch. This is only true for the chains of Feng Shui Engine. As you go up in the chain, if you stop, you can start again. This is also true for drive rush. If you drive rush, you stop, and then you can reset the chain. So as I dial up these combos, I reach the end, drive rush, start over, and restart the chain, and I keep drive rushing, as long as I'm not in burnout. So I can't go backwards in the chain, but I can always reset the chain. I like to think of these chains as shells that we can move around and use for different purposes. This concept can be hard to understand, so I'm going to show you 2 chains and how they fit together. Juri's medium punch is +2 on block. Outside of Feng Shui Engine, if you do medium punch and then light kick, That creates a frame trap. If Ryu tries a light punch after medium punch, there is not enough space for him to press the button and he will be hit. This is also true if we end a chain in standing medium punch. We are +2 after this chain, and if he tries to hit a button, he gets hit. So the first chain I want to show you is crouching light kick, crouching light punch, crouching medium kick, standing medium punch. There is no gap in between this chain, and I'm free to press after the standing medium punch. This is a nice way to hit confirm because if it hits, we can combo afterwards. If it's blocked, we're still safe. And the crouching light kick and the crouching medium kick are low attacks. You'll see me use this string all the time as it's a great way to open up your opponent if they don't want to respect you on block. So let's just say they block the first half, but they get hit by the light kick afterwards. This brings us to the second part and one of the most important shells that you could learn for Juri. And that's going to be forward medium punch, medium kick, hard punch. If you do forward medium punch, medium kick, hard punch, you can cancel to go osatsu and even link after the go osatsu to heavy tensenrin. This is good after Ankin-Tatsu, as you can just do that shell at the end, leads to big corner parry and good damage. If you want even more damage, you can leave out the heavy tensenrin and change that to super. Let's bring it together. We have this first hit confirm, and then we hit the light kick. But remember, we can chain after the light kick, so if we hit the light kick, we can just go into our bread and butter. So we have the first shell here, and then we have, if it hits, shell 2. Outside of Feng Shui Engine, we can space our Fuhajin to make ourselves safe. Because of the freedom of Feng Shui Engine, we could always just cancel to Fuhajin, or if we want to spend meter, we can always drive rush. In the corner, you can always cancel the drive impact to keep your opponent honest. You can always cancel into drive rush, then go for an overhead. Control is yours. You have this first shell here, and the damage is good, but what else can we do with this? Let's alter the ender. Instead of using heavy kick, hard punch like this, we could use heavy kick, crouching hard punch, and then go for an air combo. Same idea. Instead of using a standing hard punch, we're just going to change it up to a crouching hard punch. After chaining into a crouching hard punch, hold up and you'll jump forward and then you can combo afterwards. The heaviest damage that you can get in the air and in the corner is medium punch, heavy kick. With the altered shell and the air combo, it looks like forward medium punch, medium kick, hard kick, crouching heavy punch, heavy kick, and then from here we can do a few things. We can do EX dive kick. We can land and hit EX tensenrin, or at the end of the EX dive kick, we can use super. So let's say we confirm into Feng Shui Engine. We have a combo ender here to get some damage and corner carry. In the corner, we can end on crouching hard punch instead of standing hard punch and then get an air combo at the end of it. With those 3 combos in mind, let's look at some different situations. If you chain into a heavy attack, it causes a launch. If you want to drive rush and keep your opponent grounded, you cannot use heavy attacks. If you want to keep your string at mediums, you can drive rush and keep going with your combo. It's a good way to practice control. Let's take that first combo again, crouching light punch, crouching light kick, crouching medium kick, standing hard punch, and afterwards, we can link into a standing light kick. So if we do light kick and then the second combo of forward medium punch, medium kick, hard punch, but we leave out the hard attacks, we have something that looks like this. After a medium kick, we can drive rush. And after the drive rush, we can do the light combo again. If you think about it, this becomes a loop. Once we're doing our combo and we run out of drive gauge, we realize that we're in the corner and we have the corner ender. Crouching fierce, boom, boom, boom. I know, comment section, please. This combo will do no damage. We're using a lot of lights and we're scaling our combo, but this is just a way to practice using Feng Shui Engine and get more comfortable. This is a really effective way to get used to drive rush canceling and staying on top of your execution for all of your normals because a lot of this is happening and it's very fast. The next 2 shells I'm going to show you are 2 very important mid-screen combos so that you can safe jump and keep your pressure after a knockdown. I call this the inverse safe jump, and the reason is because instead of doing forward medium punch, medium kick, hard punch, instead of ending your combo with hard kick, crouching hard punch, we're going to end your combo with crouching hard punch, standing hard kick. And this will work mid-screen, but there is one more trick to it. After the hard kick, we're going to cancel to heavy Fuhajin. To safe jump with Juri, you must be plus 42 after a knockdown, and this setup leaves you at exactly 42 frames advantage. This means, as we knock them down, they're forced to block because if they wake up with a reversal, we can block afterwards. But there's also not enough time for Menon to hit a button as well. They're forced to block this. Remember, with all safe jumps, you can also be drive parried. The good news is, after the drive parry, you're not punishable. You're -2, so if they take an action afterwards, you're free to block it. This means, if we activate into Feng Shui Engine, we can go into this safe jump, and then Manon is stuck having to block afterwards and leading herself into Mixup. If they hit a button, this also means we can combo afterwards and then loop right back into it. Now there is an asterisk. This combo will not work on crouchers. Take note, there are some moves that will force stand, like crouching heavy punch. After drive rush, we're going to use crouching heavy punch to cause a stand, and swapping medium kick with forward medium punch allows us to use our safe jump combo. This is why I always recommend not learning Feng Shui Engine combos until you have a full mastery of your character, because this is something that you would have to come up with by knowing Juri. This next safe jump combo works on crouching, but it's not my favorite. Combo is going to be forward medium punch, medium kick, back hard kick one hit, crouching heavy punch. Afterwards, you can jump cancel the crouching hard punch into jumping light punch, medium kick, and dive kick one hit. This also works as a safe jump. This combo ender is pretty uniform and it's pretty universal. It can be used anywhere on the screen. And there is consistency with this combo, I won't lie, and it has good corner carry, but it does less damage. If we use our first safe jump of forward medium punch, medium kick, crouching hard punch, hard kick, Fuhajin, we do a little bit more damage. Understandably so, there is something to be said about consistency. This will work on anyone. The dive kick combo route is very popular to use, as you can use it after an activation. This is where I disagree with many people. I rather here use a forward hard punch, Enkensatsu, and then force stand that way so I can use the other safe jump and get the same amount of damage. Because we're so far away, we're forced to use the Feng Shui Engine dash and use the back hard kick, dive kick route for the safe jump, which does 2650. The same case, if we use Enkensatsu as a combo extender, we can use the other combo route, get the safe jump, and do 3300 damage. And I'm going to show you one last safe jump, and it's my favorite to use. In the corner, if you do forward medium punch, medium kick, hard kick, crouching hard punch, that causes them to launch. After, let's do jumping light kick, jumping medium punch, jumping medium kick into dive kick. If you do this in the corner, they're forced to block and they cannot reversal. Midscreen, this won't work because the crouching heavy punch will whiff. This is a great way to end your combo because as long as they are in the corner, doesn't matter if they're crouching or standing, they will still get launched the same way. Any confirm that you hit, you want to end with your regular bread and butter. You can always get a safe jump off of it. So we've gone over a few things. We have a combo for a confirm. We have a combo after the confirm. And we have some mid-screen safe jumps like this one here. Wait, it doesn't work. These shells often have to be adjusted or possibly reset with a drive rush. So in this case here, we're too far away to hit the back hard kick into crouching heavy punch. We could drive rush afterwards and pause to stand and get some kind of safe jump, but there is one small trick that we should know to adjust our combos on the fly. That is the difference between standing medium kick and crouching medium kick. There's 3 ways to hit medium kick. From far away, only 1 hit, close up, 2 hits, and crouching medium kick. You always get more damage hitting both hits, next, crouching medium kick, and lastly, only 1 hit of standing medium kick. But we can adjust our spacing with using a different medium kick. For an example, if we use this string here, and then want to use back hard kick, crouching heavy punch, it doesn't work. But instead of using standing medium kick, let's try crouching medium kick. Here we go. That's because as we use crouching medium kick, she actually moves forward a little bit. So if you're ever finding situations where your combos don't work because you're too far away, try using crouching medium kick. Feng Shui Engine is the hardest to optimize, but also the most freeing once you learn it. Let's look at another situation. So if we chain into back hard kick, it launches on the first hit and then spikes on the second hit. But what if we were to hit only the second hit? They would stay grounded. This goes contrary to what I said earlier because if you hit a heavy attack, they get launched. But the launcher on back hard kick is only on the first hit. And instead of using all these lights to confirm, we can actually just confirm off crouching medium kick, standing medium punch. Same application, but it doesn't scale the combo as hard. So let's start the string off with crouching medium kick, standing medium punch. Afterwards, do light kick, forward medium punch, crouching medium kick, back hard kick. This would happen. First hit hits, causes a launcher, and they don't stay grounded. Again, this is because crouching medium kick moves us forward, and we're too close, and the first hit of hard kick will connect. Standing medium kick will sometimes force us out a bit. So instead of using crouching medium kick, let's use standing medium kick. And then after that, the back hard kick only hits on second hit. This means we can drive rush cancel after it. Or we could use Saihasho Enkensatsu. Just like outside of Feng Shui Engine, we can combo after Enkensatsu and follow up with a combo. If we think about the 2 halves of this combo, or the shells of the combo, we have the same function like the first combo I showed you. Instead of doing the lights, we just go straight to medium kick, medium punch. And then afterwards, we have the same combo that we usually use, but we just alter the ending to using back hard kick. Outside of Feng Shui Engine, we know this combo here. Same thing applies. All we're doing is using it inside of Feng Shui Engine. And if you wanted to end it the same way that we would outside of Feng Shui Engine, it would look like this. But since we're in Feng Shui Engine, you don't have to. You have a combo afterwards that we've used to get damage. Or we could use a different combo ender or a different shell to get a safe jump. This combo has a starter and the extender is the light kick. Then we have the second combo here with the extension of the Saihasho and Kensatsu. Using the extension of Saihasho and Kensatsu, we now have the ender that we use going into the safe jump. We have 3 parts that can be used independently at any time, but also can be linked together with some kind of extension to form a combo. So we have the first half, second half extension with drive rush, first half, second half extension with drive rush, first half, second half extension with Saihasho and Kensatsu, and then we have the combo ender going into safe jump. Obviously, we see the longer this combo goes, the less damage we get on the combo. So it's not really advised to do these long drawn out combos, but it's a good way to learn. There are times where you need to use these kind of concepts so that you can get to the corner and get some more damage and possibly a different Oki situation. There's one last modification that I want to talk about for Feng Shui Engine, and that's going to be delayed chains, or as I call them in Street Fighter 4, Feng Shui Engine links. Cammy set the counterattack on the first possible frame that she can. In this case here, there's not enough space in between those 2 moves for her to counterattack, so she'll counterattack after the medium punch. But you don't have to cancel on the first possible frame. You can intentionally leave a very small gap in between these 2 attacks, and Cammy will get hit by it. The same is also true for hard kick into hard punch. There's not enough space, but if you delay the hard punch, if you leave a small gap. I call these Feng Shui Engine links because links require you to properly time your next attack, but they require a properly timed chain that feels almost like a link. Call them whatever you want. That's just what I call them. So let's look at some application. If we look at this combo here, and we end with Saihasho, we're only +2 at the end of it. We use the combo starter of crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, with a typical combo of light kick, forward, medium punch, medium kick, but we cancel the medium kick to enhance Saihasho. So if we chain into this, we don't have enough frame advantage to combo afterward. But what if we delay between the forward medium punch and the standing medium kick? Now +4, but we can get even better. If we delay on the proper frame, we can get +5. And if we do this absolutely frame perfect, we can get +6. There's a difference between doing this and doing this. This opens up a new combo extension. Even though this is a very hard combo extension, it's still something that we have at our ready. If we're in burnout, we only have 1 stock, this is a possible option that we can use to get more damage in a situation where we wouldn't usually, and possibly close out the round. So we've gone over starters like this, or something like that, and we've gone over ways to connect combos like through links, through drive rush, or ways like Saihasho and Kensatsu. We've gone over Feng Shui Engine links, or delay cancels, so stuff like Saihasho afterwards, we can link afterwards. Also, if we use that same delay cancel between the medium punch and the medium kick, you get that back hard kick extension a lot easier since you're pushed back more. So you might find there's times where you get the first hit of back hard kick where you don't want it. If you delay cancel between medium punch and medium kick, you get that more consistently. We've talked about safe jumps and how to use them and the many ways to go into them. We have an idea on what combos to use for damage, or how we can extend the combo for even more damage. Let's talk about optimization and mix-up. Let's talk about how we structure our combos so we can get the most out of them. Outside of Feng Shui Engine, it's always best to put the hardest hitting attacks first so that they're scaled less. The same could be said for Feng Shui Engine. In this case here, we confirm that we hit Blanca, so we don't need to do the dash. Instead, we can use our hardest hitting attack, like forward heavy punch and Kensatsu, and then from here we can do a safe jump. At this point, we know all sides of this combo. We know the activation, forward heavy punch and Kensatsu, and the safe jump I showed you earlier. There's 3 parts: activation, extension, ender. Putting your heaviest attacks first ensures that you get the most damage out of it. These 2 attacks alone does 2,000 damage. We could do forward heavy punch, activation, forward heavy punch, drive rush, forward heavy punch, and then do it. But the damage that you get out of it, it's just really not worth it. That did 3790, and this combo that we did earlier does a respectable 3680. And it's only 110 damage more. If we do crouching medium kick, drive rush, crouching heavy punch, let's see what we can get after that. After this, we could do medium kick, medium punch, which we've seen a situation like this already. Medium kick, medium punch, light kick to extend the combo. So we could do this combo here. That combo does 2401. But again, we want to use our heaviest attacks first. So using this light kick will scale our combo heavily. After medium punch, just like outside of Feng Shui Engine, we can always do crouching medium punch. After medium punch, crouching medium punch, and we can proceed with our combo just as we usually do. It's one less hit, but they're more damaging hits. This would be my bread and butter that I would do in this case here. If I want to extend it, I could use crouching medium punch, back hard kick, and I get the one hit. And after the one hit, I can do Enkinsatsu, and then proceed with my combo. And if we look at this combo here, it's very interesting because after we extend, we can go into a safe jump if we want as well. The crouching heavy punch is great there because it forces stand and allows us to go into the safe jump anywhere on the screen. We should use Feng Shui Engine the same way that we'd use Juri outside of Feng Shui Engine. Juri is a strike throw character, and we should always treat her as such. So we set up the safe jump, and then we make Blanca guess between strike or throw. He chooses strike, and he falls for our frame trap. This also will set up another safe jump. After this, we throw him, we make him guess again, and we throw him again. After that, we do raw DI, and then we go into a Feng Shui Engine combo and almost kill him off of this sequence. So always remember, make your opponent guess between strike or throw, even under Feng Shui Engine. Since we can cancel all of our normals into specials, we also can cancel our sweep into a fireball. If you think your opponent is going to block on wake up, you can always throw their fireball, dash, and they'll be forced to block it on wake up. This allows you to further mix your opponent as you can make them guess between strike or throw. You're in the corner, safe jump time, boom, safe jump, into throw. You can do the same thing with the overhead. If we get a straight hit, you can do something like this here. Dash up, force him to block, then hopefully catch him, slipping, trying to hit a button, safe jump. Let's talk about reversals. So, let's say we get the safe jump, we jump in, we block. Outside of Feng Shui Engine, what would we do? Well, what we should be doing is, like in my max damage combo video, something like this. That alone did 3134, but how can we maximize this with Feng Shui Engine? Now, we could do something along the lines of that, and we get 3944. In this case here, we only use 3 bars, and we save 1 bar, and we get comparable damage into another safe jump. And of course, if you don't want to use the extra bar for the OD Enkinsatsu, you always use the regular Enkinsatsu. Does a little bit less damage, but again, comparable, and you save gauge. But take note, these are combos that I've shown you already. This combo from the first part of the video, and this part of the combo is from another video with max damage in mind. So you're just taking 2 combos that you already know, linking them together, and setting up for the safe jump. And if you got this far, that means you're part of the 1%. Let me know if you're still watching in the comment section below. That also means that you're some of the most dedicated Juri players, so I'm going to reward you with some really cheap tech. I didn't talk about this at the beginning, but I'm going to show you what I mean. Remember, we can use air combos and do multiple air attacks once we juggle. This also applies on standing opponent. When you jump in, you could use 2 air attacks before you reach the ground. You could do jumping light kick, light punch, jumping medium punch, medium kick, or jumping hard punch, hard kick. Whenever we block air attacks, we block high first, and then we go to a low block. If we block high and stay blocking high, when they go low when they land, we get hit by a full combo. So we block high and then transition to a low block because we don't want to get hit by a low attack after. But if Juri goes double high, we get hit by the second high attack and get hit anyway. Juri jumps in, I block high, transition to low block, and that second jump attack hits me, causing her to get a full combo. This is deadly because if we stand blocking too long, a low attack would hit us. So we have to block high twice or block high once. It's always a guess whether or not we should block high or low. See? I just got hit by that. Same could also be said for jumping medium punch to medium kick and jumping hard punch to hard kick. I use this tech all the time and it gives me so much mileage. It's insane how many people get hit by this. And there's a lot of ways to go into it. If you end a combo in the corner with sweep, you can just jump in, jumping hard punch, and then jumping hard kick. If they choose to wake up with a reversal, it whiffs. So whereas this isn't a safe jump setup, this is still a safe 2-jump setup. You dig? All of these combo shells should make sense to you. We go for the double overhead. She uses 10-cent Rin, and it whiffs. So we go for a big punish and extend our combos with Feng Shui Engine. And by using as many heavy attacks as possible and leaving out as many lights as possible, we're able to secure the kill. So we can use this double overhead after a sweep. We can also do this after an overhead on hit. This is perfectly timed, but make sure to hit the hard punch as high as possible. I would advise not using the mediums because they'll walk out the corner and it'll whiff. The heavies will allow you to keep them in the corner and lock down. If you want to use the mediums, you'll have to use a neutral jump instead. If we use our bread and butter of forward medium punch, medium kick, hard punch, go osatsu, if we try to use the hard punch, it won't work. However, a trick that I like to use is after we do it, we whiff a jab and then jump in. Perfectly times it. And if we use that bread and butter and leave out the 10-cent Rin, that also sets up a safe jump. At the cost of 1 Fuha stock and leaving out the 10-cent Rin, so it's a damage loss, we do get a safe jump. And if we've trained our opponent not to try to use a reversal here, with that jab, we set up a double overhead here. The same thing could be said for our corner safe jump. If we whiff a light punch and then jump in, sets up the double overhead again. Once they start to catch on that this is a safe jump, we can start doing empty lows instead. Or we could just empty throw. So off of this one situation, we can go double overhead. We can go fake into throw. We can just do the safe jump. We can go for safe jump but empty low bait. Or for the funnies, once we make them block the safe jump, we can actually jump back in for another double overhead. Let's say our opponent is showing no signs that they're not going to stop blocking. We can go overhead, double overhead. Uh-oh, we got the hit. Confirm. Boom, boom. Into another safe jump. Do we get the hit? We do get the hit. Into more safe jumps. You see my point? It all flows together. Our opponents will be doing anything that they possibly can to not block. So it's up to us to make sure we put them to sleep. And if they try to escape, we have options out of it. These are the combos that I use every day with Feng Shui Engine, and these are the combos that you should be practicing to get more acquainted with Feng Shui Engine. If there's anything in this video that doesn't make sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I will be answering every question in the comment section about this. That's how much I love Feng Shui Engine. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that we can learn about Feng Shui Engine. So together, let's keep pushing and let's keep making Juri as good as I know she can be. This is a top 5 character that right now isn't showing that she's a top 5 character. And that's because no one is mastering Feng Shui Engine.